Yeah, that's a good one. We'll start there. It's funny. Mom holds it's a boy gender reveal photo shoot for her 20-year-old transgender child. That's one way to mark the announcement. So, in this article, it comes from the Blaze. Kentucky mother, and we'll just kind of breeze through the article and just have fun with it. All of them, not just this one. Kentucky mother set up a gender reveal photo shoot for her 20-year-old transgender son's birthday as a way to celebrate his coming out. Wave TV reported. Heather Green purchased glitter, blue balloons, and It's a Boy blanket for her themed photo shoot on her child's January 29th birthday. She then posted the photos on Facebook for all the world to see. I mean, why wouldn't you? When your child comes out as a trans, the best thing to do is create a photo shoot to celebrate the fact that he silently and bravely stepped out of that race that he never wanted to be in, found his own lane, and proceeded to win. Well, it's the jury's not in yet if he's won. I mean, he stepped out, and that's fine. This is not a hit, being transgendered and stepping out. It's just, I think we're getting a little crazy with some of these celebrations of them, in the sense of like it's just kind of crazy. I mean, and I'm not celebrating if you are trans. Hey, whatever, to each their own. But some of the stuff's a little silly to me. I don't know. I'm going to be called a bunch of ists and isms for that. But happy 20th birthday, Adrienne. You are without a doubt the most fascinating human I know, and I will always be your biggest fan. I love you. I honor who you are, and I respect your courage to be unapologetically you. Let's celebrate. Okay, that's sure. And there's a little picture of it. So kind of the story goes, that Green told Wave that her son was born as a girl, but last fall, Adrienne Brown came out to her and his younger brother as a transgender. Okay. There was no rule book for what mom is supposed to do when their child comes to them and says, this is my truth. Okay. There's truth, and then there's not truth. There's science and biology, and then there's not science and biology. And here's part of the issue I have with some of the, where we're becoming compelled language on this subject and compelled acceptance on this subject. Just up to very shortly, the DSM book, which labels out your different mental or psychological disorders and mental disorders and whatnot, had gender dysphoria listed in as a mental illness, and this was labeled in the book as such until very recently because of the SJW social political push to say that's very discriminatory and very mean to tell somebody they have a mental disorder when they have a penis and they think they're a woman. And again, if you are going to do that and commit to it and whatever, and you go the whole way, then that's good. But gender dysphoria or the transgender community has some of the highest rates of depression and suicide amongst any communities. That's to take into account also PTSD from soldiers returning home from war. It's just a fact. So, and the rates of depression or suicide don't change much at all once they've transitioned. So shouldn't we look at this in a scientific way and in a open and honest way? If you had somebody who thought they had 25 different personalities and they heard voices, schizophrenic, would you just celebrate them and celebrate their schizophrenia? Or would you say, whoa, time out a second here. We should probably check into maybe some medications or some therapy, because, I know you're hearing your voice, your split personality voices, but reality is those probably aren't really talking to you. And so let's figure that out. Or would we just say, hey, let's celebrate your truth. Who are you today? Okay, good. We'll go with that. And let them live in that hell and just come next to them and say, this is fine, this is fine? Or would we maybe reach out and say, wait a minute, let's figure out why you're feeling like you have 25 different personalities inside and you're hearing all these different voices? Anyway, Green told the news station this was just uncharted territory, and as much as I was wanting to support him, I was also wanting him to know that it wasn't just acceptance or that I was going to put up with him. I was going to celebrate it. Okay, well, like I said, would you celebrate somebody that had hearing voices? I don't know. Maybe you would. I don't know if I would, but the whole family participated in the photo shoot, which was snapped by the daughter of Green's boyfriend. I mean, my kids are used to me coming up with these harebrained schemes all the time, Green said. He was like, you're crazy. But yes, of course, which was a fair reaction. So the mom's crazy for wanting to throw the gender reveal party, but the son's not at all maybe having some issues mentally with believing that. You get my point. In some of the photos, Green sported a faux baby bump while holding a bunch of blue balloons on a sign that read, "It's a boy." Man, we're just celebrating craziness. It's just like, wow, it's crazy. And others, Brown was photographed with a big teddy bear lying next to him wrapped up in a baby blanket. I thought this was sort of a struggle. I had to do it myself, Brown told Wave. It's really heartwarming to see there are so many people out there who share the same story that I do and are so supportive of a complete stranger. And it gives me a lot of hope. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, there's just a lot in that. It's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy how we are, what we celebrate now, and how we're told to, how common sense, how norms and standards of the past are being wiped and pushed away. And if you stick or you defend any norms of the past, and we're not just talking about any old norms, we're talking about biological understandings and meanings of words that have had substance and meaning for hundreds of years, and now we're just erasing those and saying, no, none of that my truth is my truth. It's kind of scary to me in some ways, but I don't know. Anyway, moving on.